Hey, it is 3:15 and it's time for a snack. Welcome to Snackboy and the adventures of Snackboy. Today we're coming to you live from Laurel in the Snackboy studio. If you're new to Snackboy, you might say to yourself, hey, Terry, Snackboy, what's your show all about? Well, let me tell you, at 3:15 every day, don't tell me that you aren't a little hungry after lunch and it's not a few hours before dinner. You need something to tie you over. You need something kind of sweet, kind of brainless, and kind of fun. And that's why at 3:15 daily, I'm going to bring you a 5-minute snack. That's right. At 3:15, I've got 300 seconds every day to bring you a little morsel of fun, just when that day's starting to drag and you're needing a little pick-me-up. Today's snack is a tale about Snackboy when he turned 21. That was a few years ago, back in the early 1990s. And of course, back then I wasn't quite the worldly Snackboy you see before you today. I was a young idealist. That's right, I was even the minister of a youth group. Oh, I would just skip around, and life was sunshine and joy. And I was time to go visit my friend in Jamestown, a more worldly friend. His name was Josh. Anyway, Josh introduced Snackboy to lots of craziness, and one night he said, Terry, it's time to take you to your first titty bar. Well, I've been thinking about it for quite some time, and even every once in a while, Snackboy would sneak into the attic, into his dad's old collection of Playboys. But back then, Playboys weren't as fun as they are today, because in the mid-'60s and early '70s, they looked very innocent. They all pretty much looked like Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island, and they would wear little towels and little peekaboos, but you never saw anything. So come 21, I was basically a lot of stored-up horny energy. So I got in my car, and I began the trip to Jamestown. Well, when I got there, all I could think of was the Dollhouse 2000. Yes, the Dollhouse 2000. That's the name of the titty bar in Jamestown where Josh took me. He said, all right, you're 21 now, sir. It's time to walk inside and see the sights of a man. So I walked in there and I paid my due and I showed them my ID proudly, and there they were. A stage of beautiful, voluptuous, white trash young dancers. All of them had hair longer than the other, big and permed and dyed as yellow as straw, and each glistening, their breasts just a glitter and a glow, full of body oils and massagers. It was very enticing. And to be honest with you, Snackboy even liked the seediness of the place too. It was lit red as hell, like Dante's Inferno. Anyway, we sat down right by the stage, and right away, my fancy was quite tickled by Tiffany, a young dancer who came, and she even showed Snackboy a trick. She reached down Snackboy's pants. Don't worry, boys and girls, this is not pornography. She got my underwear, and she started doing something down there. I couldn't even tell what, and I was just like, whoo, oh! And she reached up, and before I knew it, she had ripped off the elastic of Terry's underwear, and she pulled it up my body, over my arms, and she put that elastic around her breasts and started dancing around and gyrating with my underwear elastic around her firm, bulbous, love pillows. Anyway, I was good and ready for a lap dance, and Josh said, sir, it's time for your first lap dance. So Snackboy was all excited, and because the money wasn't coming out of my pocket, I couldn't really choose the dancers. Anyway, I closed my eyes, sat in the chair, and waited for my goddess, my vision of love, my Venus. Anyway, well, it wasn't quite Sharon Stone that came out. When I opened my eyes and it plopped down in my lap, it was 300 pounds of gravy. Her name was Shauna, and she was disgusting. She had a face that was just full of makeup and buck teeth that came over an overbite on her orange lips. Hair sprouted out of one of her chins, and maybe even all three. And let me tell you something, her hair was dyed even whiter than the rest and permed and fried to a day of her life. I was frightened. And when she grabbed me and took my shoulders, she pulled me in with the force of 1,000 ships crashing in the night into her disgusting, fat, shapeless breasts. 800 pounds of gravy. And ladies and gentlemen, kids of the world, when I was out there in her breast, I could see nothing, I could hear nothing. I was in a cave, a sweaty, dark place, and all I could smell was the brute that she smeared between her tits. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't breathe and I was terrified. Now, Snackboy's been a swimmer for 5 years, so it's a good thing I can hold my breath. Because if not, I might have passed out in her caverns of gravy. Anyway, before you know it, there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and before I went down to the pearly gates, she pulled me out. And as I was reeling, I looked down at her striped panties and could see the tufts. I won't even go there. I will not go there. I need a second. Kids at home, can I tell you something? There is a moral to this story. You get what you pay for. And if you are turning 21, and it is time, gentlemen, or even ladies for that